right, let's take a look at nomenclature. Nomenclature is a fancy term for naming of chemical compounds. Nomenclature just means naming things. When naming compounds, we have to have three things happen. The name of a compound must be unique. No other compound can have the same name. The name of a compound must give you enough information to write the chemical formula of that compound. I should be able to say, give me silver nitrate. And you can give me silver nitrate and you know exactly what it is. The name of a compound must be as simple as possible. So you want the simplest naming information. The rules of naming compounds are set by the ladies and gentlemen at the IUPAC, the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. In order to name chemical substances, you have to recognize that there are different kinds of chemicals. The 5 types of substances, each with their own naming system, as follows. There's elements. There are common substances. There are molecular compounds, ionic compounds, and organic compounds, and each one has its own naming system. We should also include in here acids and bases. Well, acids really have their own naming compound, bases don't. Let's take a look at each one. Elements are listed on the periodic table. Most elements are monoatomic. They exist alone. Their formulas are as they appear on the periodic table. First, platinum is Pt, mercury is Hg, uranium is U. There's your periodic table right there. Right? Manganese is monoatomic. Manganese, there's just one manganese atom. That's it, Mn. These symbols must be written as they appear on the periodic table. Some elements, which consist of more than one atom in their natural state. 8 elements are diatomic. They exist in nature as 2 atoms bonded together. They are hydrogen, fluorine, iodine, nitrogen, chlorine, astatine, oxygen, and bromine. You need to remember these. Those are the diatomic elements. When we're writing chemical equations and you see hydrogen, it doesn't mean one hydrogen by itself, it means 2 hydrogens together. There are 2 more polyatomic elements. Sulfur always comes in 8s, phosphorus always comes in 4s. Remember these. Learn them, remember them. Number 2, common names. There are several compounds which are known not only by their chemical names, but their common names as well. If you're given the formula of one of these substances, the bolded name is the one that I want you to give in your answer. So, on a sheet of paper in your guide, give you a list of common names. So, water. We don't call it dihydrogen monoxide, we call it water. We'll never say dihydrogen monoxide, we'll just say water. Salt will sometimes be written as table salt, but you should always give sodium chloride. Hydrogen chloride, HCl, you know that that's hydrochloric acid. There's some acids in here. Ethanol, drinking alcohol. Methane is the proper name, but it's also natural gas. Sucrose, or table sugar, C12H22O11, sucrose. Potash is potassium chloride. Between mine and Saskatchewan. So you should kind of know some of these. If you look way down here, vitamin C, ascorbic acid, C6H8O6. Doesn't really seem like an acid now, does it? Seems more like a sugar. All right, so if you're asked to name one of these, give the name written in bold. So hydrogen nitride, HN3 is ammonia. So remember that one. Compounds. There's 3 types of substances with 3 distinct naming systems. There's molecular compounds, which are between 2 nonmetals. Ionic compounds, between a metal and a nonmetal. And organic compounds, which are primarily things with carbons, hydrogens, and oxygens. So you're looking at sugars, starches, like methane, those types of things. Okay, so that's nomenclature information.